Another work week checked off. You know, every time I get on here, that means that I look at myself and then I notice that like my lipstick's all wonky or something's goofed up. But anyway, okay. I'm all over the place today. It's Friday night. I'm done with work. My dog is barking outside, so I need to go get Jeff. And then today I am going to, actually tonight, I am going to look through my yarn. I have not knit anything for probably 4 or 5 years. I mean, it's been a long time since I've just sat down and knit. And one of the things that I thought would be good to do right now, like a lot of people are thinking, is to either start a new hobby or explore a hobby that I've had in the past. I would love to be a reader. I know I'm a teacher. I'm supposed to love reading, and I sit down with a book and I try. I joined Goodreads and I really do try, and I just cannot get into it. It just really takes a lot for me to like sit down and just eat up a book. So as much as I would like reading to be my hobby, I don't think it is. So anyway, I am going to get my knitting stuff out tonight and just kind of look at all my yarn and see what I've got. And I think I'm going to explore Ravelry, really awesome website if you are a knitter and you've not been on it. Just a ton of free patterns, and it's kind of an online community of knitters. So that's the plan for tonight. I think I'm going to make homemade macaroni and cheese for dinner, and that's what I'm doing tonight. So come along with me and we're gonna explore some knitting. Yeah. Before we get into the knitting, I'm gonna go get my dog. Dog, come here, Jeffy. Come here. Come here, Jeffy. Okay, here he comes. He was starting to bark quite a bit. Where is he? He was starting to bark quite a bit. He was starting to bark a lot, so he needs to come inside. He was enjoying his bark box today. He was loving it. Do you want a treat? He's so cute, I love him. I think I made an amazing dinner tonight. I made macaroni and cheese, homemade macaroni and cheese with 3 kinds of cheeses: Velveeta, Swiss, and Colby Jack. It's good. So
yeah, we have this great game.
Here is my box of yarn. And there's Kara. And there's the dog.
I earned a white ribbon.
Okay, so I'll show you what I've got in here. I've got a bunch of yarn. I feel like I've got to find a way to set this camera up so that I can show you stuff. We're gonna go from this angle. So I have a ton of yarn, as you can see, and I'm not quite sure what to do with it. These are like all of my like circular needles, and this is a project that I started a while ago. I was making a cowl. I used to knit all the time. Anyway, I was making like a cowl, but I don't know what the pattern is anymore, so I'm not quite sure what I should do with that. Here, I'll turn around and get my other stuff. This was another bag of knitting that I just kind of had. So this is really a cool thing. This is like a bag to hold like all my notions and stuff. Like I have scissors and a tape measure and some like stitch holders. That's fun. I did just make these. Well, I didn't just make anything. Like I said, I haven't knit for a really long time. I made these. They're like boot cuff things. I just need to put the, sew the ends in to the inside.
Yeah.
Are you leaving, Kara?
No, I just can't reach.
Oh. So I do have those that are almost done. I started these too, and I never finished these. This is so bad that I have all these projects, but I only have one of these. I was going to make a pair of socks out of these, and then I was going to make an afterthought heel. I could work on those, but again, those are, I mean, look at how little that stitching is. That blue line is where the heel would go. But that could be fun to just get these finished, and I think I know where the pattern for those are. So that was a project that I was working on. And then this was like gonna be a head warmer thing. And I don't know if I want to finish that one either. I don't know, because that one's kind of, I hardly did any of that. Anyway, so those were kind of the 3 things I was working on. I also have, I don't have any other projects that I was working on, but this big thing, well, you can't see it, but here, I'll pick up the camera. This big thing right here. Hello, Jeffrey. This like has like just like my straight needles in it, like these kind of needles. And I also have, I don't know, I've got a book in here. This is like a book of patterns that I just printed off that I thought I would make someday and I liked. There are more circular needles. And this was kind of a fun thing. This, years ago, I made these little owl puffs. I loved them. They were like these cute. They were really cute. I could make some owl puffs.
You might want to count how many times I actually say the words owl puffs in this video. It is a crazy, ridiculous amount of times, and I apologize for it.
Anyway, when I was making these little owl puffs, I bought all these eyes because they needed to have eyes. And I bought these off of Etsy. I could make some little owls.
Sell them.
Nobody wants to buy an
Mom,
owl.
Actually, I think people would if you put them on Etsy.
You think people would buy my owls?
I think you put them on Etsy.
I also made Kara, or I made myself. I don't remember. Maybe I made it for Kati. I think I made it for Kati. I made a catfish, which literally was a cat. It was like a fish with the head of a cat. It was super funny. I found it. So I made this like a long, here, let me, I made this like a super long time ago for Katiana, because when she was in cross country as a kid, everybody called her Catfish. She even had a sweatshirt that said Catfish on the back of it. It's pretty cute. Anyway, isn't he cute? Those owl puffs are super easy and they're super cute, and they don't take like any special fancy nice yarn really. You can kind of use whatever for them. This might even be enough yarn to make an owl puff. This one, they were super cute. This could make a nice little owl puff. They kind of do have to be a worsted weight yarn. Like this would be a good owl puff. What else would be a good owl puff? What do I have in my big box of yarn here? Oh my gosh, I loved this yarn. I made a cowl out of it. So pretty. It's like got a little silvery thread in it. I hardly have any left. This would not make a good owl puff. It's not thick enough. Ooh, I could make pink owl puffs. I would love pink owl puffs. Okay, so I think we've determined I'm gonna make some owl puffs. Should I do these projects and finish them? Probably. Do I want to? Not really. So I'm not gonna do those projects. I think I'm gonna make it out of this first. I really like this yarn. I actually made a little sweater out of this yarn. It really doesn't fit me anymore, but I made it. So I'm gonna start with this one and we'll see how it goes.
I'm gonna pick out some colors for you. And
To do what?
For me.
You want me to make you an owl?
Yes.
Well, it has to be yarn that's like this kind of a weight.
Thick.
Yeah, so kind of thick, but not this thick. Yeah, like that would be...
I know, but this will look good.
I think that would look good with yellow, actually. Like this gold, that would look good together.
I don't know. I kind of like this, though.
That doesn't... I don't
That's
think
why
that
I like it. Okay, I'll pick out some eyes. Where are the eyes?
Well, the eyes are like... Some eyes are in here. I might have to order some more eyes. I don't know if I have.
I don't want some creepy eyes.
No, we don't. There, you should show that. There, your owl's done. You got an owl. It's wants to make them out of this? That does not match. And then she wants these like blue eyes. The blue eyes are actually kind of cute. So I'll probably do the head. I mean, I guess I'll make her these. Not quite the color combination I would think, but I'm gonna be starting out with, because you need a multicolor yarn or a main color yarn and then a contrast color yarn, which again, not sure how I feel about this, but I'm gonna use this yarn and I'm gonna kind of eyeball what I think the right size of needles are. I feel like when I did these before, I used these blue needles. So I'm gonna use these. Aren't they pretty? I love them too. They're so pretty. So I'm gonna use those. I've gone through my knitting supplies. I found the owl puffs that I wanna make. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started. All right, I know that this is not the most comfy place to do my knitting, but this is where I'm at, so I'm just gonna stay here on the floor. Can anybody tell that I'm struggling with this shirt today? You know that commercial where the guy talks, where they're on a date and she's like, and you look very comfortable, because he has a U-neck and he should be washing it with some other soap. That's how I feel today. I look comfortable. All right, so I'm gonna start this. So the first thing I need to do is cast on with my main color. I guess this is gonna be my main color. 6 stitches. That's like a baby amount of stitches. So I'm gonna get my first loop started, get a needle, I'm gonna cast on 6 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then it says that I have to divide the stitches evenly on my double pointed needles. So I'm going to put 2 on each needle. Okay, so I have the bottom half of the owl done, and I'm gonna do the top half probably tomorrow, but there's the bottom half of the owl. Got him at least half of him done. And then the top half, I mean, this took me like half an hour. And then I'll do the top half in pink, and then I'll stuff him and I'll put his eyes on and sew him up, and he'll be really cute. And the other thing, before I say goodnight and goodbye and get this logged and loaded and all of that good stuff, I am really thankful today for, I hadn't thought about this before I got on. I need to think. What am I thankful for? I'm thankful for food. I'm thankful for our food, and I was really thankful tonight for that good macaroni and cheese meal. I'm thankful that we have grocery stores that we can just go to and pretty much still pick whatever we want. And I'm really thankful for all of the people who are in the grocery store industry and keeping the shelves stocked and grocery shopping for us. And I probably said thank you for this. Food is very important to me. So have a good night, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.